So I just sat down and watched the first Ghost Rider movie, the one with Nicolas Cage. So a little backstory. Normally, anytime I see anything having to do with Ghost Rider as a character, I generally kind of stay away from it usually, because the Ghost Rider freaking terrifies me. Like he's this demon man who's running around on a motorcycle that's flaming with hellfire, swinging around a chain that's flaming with hellfire. You're burning people's souls. He can actually eat your soul. He can just walk up to you and just eat your soul like it's nothing. Yum yum yum, tasty snack. Ghost Rider is freaking terrifying. And normally I don't really like Ghost Rider. Normally I don't really like Ghost Rider for that particular reason. And he's just too scary for me. Ghost Rider as a concept and all the stuff that he can do is just too freaking terrifying for me usually. There is also the fact that I grew up in a Christian household and went to a Christian school. So shut up, ice cream man. Grew up in a Christian household, went to a Christian school, so it's kind of engraved in my brain that demon means bad. If there's anything that has to do with the demon, I'm supposed to instantly dislike it. But I'll tell you something. This movie made me like Ghost Rider. I didn't think I would. I swear I was gonna hate this movie. No, well, not hate. I swear I was gonna. Hate's maybe not the right word, but I could have sworn I was not gonna like this movie. I did not think I was gonna enjoy this movie as much as I did. But dadgummit, I don't freaking know, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way he rode that motorcycle straight up the building and he used his chain to grab the helicopter and swam around. That's freaking cool, man. That's freaking cool. And he jumps off of the roof of that building and then just crash lands right down on the ground. Leaves a crater. And the way he fought the demons was super cool. I don't know. By all manner of logic, I should not like this movie. By all manner of logic, I should not like Ghost Rider right now. But dadgummit, I freaking do. What does that say about this movie? I don't freaking know. Does this movie hypnotize me or something? Probably, with all the cool action stuff that happened. I'm a sucker for superheroes. I've always said this. I haven't always said this, but it's always been true. I myself am neurodivergent. And superheroes just in general, well, mostly Marvel, which kind of fits because this is still a Marvel property. But superheroes in general are one of my special interests. So I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff, just in general. So I knew on some level it was gonna be cool to see the evil demon bad guy get the crap beat out of him. But I didn't think I would like Ghost Rider because he doesn't feel like a hero. Because he never feels like a hero. He just feels like, he's a scary demon fighting another scary demon. I thought that's what it was going to be. But I thought that's how I was going to feel. But that's not how I feel for some reason. I don't understand how. Just something about this movie is... Something about it. Something about it's really good. Alright, now that we got now that we got the whole... What do I think of the movie overall thing out of the way? Let me touch on some of the smaller details, or not smaller details. Maybe go more in depth, slightly. This isn't an actual review. Anytime I do one of these movies, it's not meant to be an actual review. It's just me sitting down and talking about what I just saw. It's not scripted. There's no cohesion here. I don't have notes. I literally just watched. It's a case of I literally just watched it and I sat down and talked about it. And I know that we have a whole meme with Nicolas Cage of how he's weird, he's wacky, he's scared, he's scared, whatever. He's whatever. Granted, I haven't actually sat down and watched Nicolas Cage in a lot of things. I've only ever seen him in the meme material. And I know some of the roles he's been in. And I know about the bees. But yeah, in this movie, he's whatever. He's doing his thing. I think he plays the role well. Like I don't have a problem with him being in there. It's fine. It was weird how instead of drinking, he would eat jelly beans. I don't know where that came from. I bumped my mic. I don't know where that came from. Is it just is that something Nick Cage himself asked for, or is that from the comics, or did they just did like the script writers and everyone just think, hey, this is cool, let's put this in? Oh, I don't know, man. But sir, it doesn't make any sense. I don't care. I want it in. Shut up, Jim. What do you know? I have candy here. I'll say it's early Halloween candy. No. One part of Nick Cage's performance though that I didn't quite like was when Johnny is trying to explain to the love interest, Roxanne, that's her name. Well, the skills are stuck to my teeth. In the scene where Johnny is trying to explain to Roxanne why he didn't go to a date, and he's explaining that he's the Ghost Rider, so the devil and all that. Like, even he sounds like he's making, like, we as the audience know that's true. But even to us, he sounds like he's making it up. Even to the audience, it sounds like he's just making it up on the spot. He's just made that up on the spot. Like, he's a compulsive liar, and that's just a new lie he came up with. It doesn't sound like even he believes it. What? I feel like they could have done better there. And while I've never sat down and watched the movie all together like this until now, I have seen reviews for it, and I heard some of the story beats that happen. So for one thing that I've heard people say that, like, oh, why did the bad guy turn into a being he made up of 1,000 souls? One of the criticisms that I've seen is pointing out how towards the end the movie, Ghost Rider goes to his home. He finds out the bad guy is threatening his Roxanne, and then he tries to use Dependence Stare on him, and only to find out that he doesn't have a soul to burn, so Dependence Stare doesn't work. And so, because of that, the Ghost Rider kind of can't do anything to him. Even though he just can't Penance Stare him. But then I've seen people say that, like, oh, what? Well, if that's like, I've seen people say that like that was his main defense, was that Ghost Rider couldn't use the Penance Stare on him, so why did he become a being made up of a bunch of a soul? And like, watching the movie, I realized that that's kind of that argument is kind of under the assumption that his main goal was to take out the Ghost Rider, when that's not the case. His main goal at the end of the day was to get those thousands of souls, and just become super powerful because of it. He didn't necessarily want to take out the Ghost Rider, though if he could have done that earlier, then yeah, he tried to do that earlier, in fact. And then when he did become super powerful, he saw Ghost Rider's already there, so he just saw an opportunity and tried to take it. But at the end of the day, that wasn't his main goal. Throughout the movie, that's not his main goal. His main goal is to get the souls. But I will admit that it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do the thing right then and there. What he should have done is he should have taken the contract, because the sun is coming up, and in this version, and in the movie they say that that he can't be the Ghost Rider during the day. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's from the comics. I'm pretty sure Johnny can be Ghost Rider anytime. But sure, why not? So the sun's coming up. Johnny's not going to be Ghost Rider for much longer. So at that moment, he should have up and dipped. He should have gotten out of there, unless he had to be right there. Okay, he probably had to be right there, so maybe leaving wasn't the option. No, that's what he should have. He should have waited it out. He should have stayed there, waited it out until the sun did come up. Just play for survival at that point. Just keep avoiding any attacks that Johnny could possibly throw at you. And then once the sun is up, and there's not really any shadows he can go into, then do the thing, then get the souls, then beat him up. That's what he should have done. I will admit he didn't do that smart. But the whole idea of Why'd you become a being of 1,000 souls if not having a soul was your one defense? Because that was literally the goal. The goal was to get to become the being of 1,000 souls, to make himself super powerful. Oh, and also sometimes I really appreciate that the song for the end credits is like a more heavy metal cover of Ghost Riders in the Sky by Johnny Cash. It's so freaking good. It's freaking cool and metal. I want to try it. I said, where is it on Spotify? If it's on Spotify, I have to add it to my Halloween playlist. I need it. If it's not, I'm gonna look for it on Spotify. If it's not there, then darn it. But if it is there, it's going to my Halloween playlist. Yeah, man. This movie actually made me like Ghost Rider. I, as someone who almost actively avoids Ghost Rider, because the concept is so freaking terrifying. Because the idea of Ghost Rider just freaking terrifies me. I generally stay away from him. But this movie made me like him. This movie made me think he was really cool. I didn't think that would happen. But it did. So yeah, I like Ghost Rider. I like this. I'm not gonna lie. I like this movie. Probably watch this next year. Probably watching more this year. So yeah, that's the end of it. All right. Bye. Put up the new spooky end card. I made another one. Put it up. Ah!